It really is just... What? I can't even remember my main character's name. He's just forgettable, man. But it's him and Chihiro every time, which is very strange to me. I don't know if that's strange to you, but... Anyway, let's do this investigation. I think this is probably all I'll have time for today. But I do want to get it done so that next time I can just do the trial. And maybe there'll be a bonus stream tomorrow, because I didn't stream on Monday. I'm not promising anything, obviously, because I'm terrible. But I do want to provide a little more, because I've just been busy, you know? If I check the body more thoroughly, maybe I'll find out for sure if it's Kyoko or not. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they'd get in the way of normal activity. Yeah, for sure. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is that a tattoo? It got burned, so I can't make out the whole thing, but it looks like a picture of a dog or something. And I've never seen anything like it before. Kyoko doesn't have that on her right hand. I don't know. The white jacket the victim was wearing got totally burnt up. So there's only one little piece left. I look at the boots. The lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it. Which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Well, I mean, means the time of death was before or after 7:30. Totally blackened, and the top half of the body is wet because of the fire. Yeah, since I only threw water on that part, that's the part that's wet. Exploded body analysis. I think we're good on that. Yeah, let's step away from the dead body. These look like fragments of something? They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like it before. But where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check that later. Yeah, not ringing any bells for me, pal. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this... It must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Thank God it didn't hit anybody. So it went all the way through the body, from front to back. Does that mean this knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife... It looks really familiar. Wait, is this... That's it. It's the knife that person was holding. This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Whoever the person in the mask was that attacked me last night, they were holding that knife. And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was kind of in a trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife, and maybe then I... And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me? But why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No. No, it can't be. There's no way. Listen, Makoto. Do you remember how the dead body looked, you know, before it blew up? If I remember it right, it was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody, but for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Wow, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. Okay. And one of the sleeves is all ripped off. Very weird. Yeah, whoever it is, not gonna look. Well, that's fine. You just stay right over there. Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What did you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. But why are you asking that now, and what does nighttime have to do with it?
Naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. But how can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro's been spending most of his time in the garden here the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have an airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. So where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room. But I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. Well, I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Yeah, sure, bud. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and? Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. Monokuma's announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. Once I got there, I met up with Hina. That was right around 7:30. Then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to go get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was that? Was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? 9, just... That's right, it had to have been right around the 9 o'clock. Ah, now that you mention it, I think you're right. So, I think we can say for sure that the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. Okay. The Monokuma flower. Is it true? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Let's check out the shed. Just to be sure. The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. It could be related to the case. Yeah, definitely. It could explain why the body wasn't wet. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime. But the underside, it's totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Okay, so someone put a tarp over so that they could have killed the person before 9 or 7:30 and then left them there and then come back and pulled the tarp off. I guess. I mean, theoretically. Crazy diamond. Yeah, this is not the time to worry about this stuff. That's the only thing that's important was that tarp, because it's new. How about the chickens? Remember, there's some chickens in the chicken coop. There's 4 chickens. Or...
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Ah! That's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. If even a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hiro and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? Chicken coop chickens has been added to the truth bullets section of your handbook. Okay. This is the panel that controls the sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning, and Monokuma said that the time positively couldn't be changed. Huh? Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 a.m. each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Yeah, but the tarp. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check, specifically that fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions, and I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true... Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear now.
Yeah, he took it.
Just give up.
Took the key. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me go borrow her room key. I still don't know what the fuck that fragment is from. It's totally gone from my memory. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it. Later, at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Well, then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, and then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Well, I guess I'll try and fucking figure out what that was. What that one area is. Is it this area? No, right? Nothing here that resembles the fragment. I guess this is gonna be fun. Wonder if I can go in here now? Raw. Locked. Okay, we'll check the classrooms then. Boom, 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 boom. No, doesn't look like this is it. Yeah, there's no fragments in here. What do we think? What do we think? Suspicious, like, brown fragment with a red thing on it. I don't get it. Anyway, not in here. It's not in these classrooms. I'm just gonna say, go ahead and say that. Can't go downstairs though. Let's try it. Oh, excuse me. I'm gonna do a big gold yawn. Can I get in here? Oh, dang, we still can. All right. There's all these monitors. There's this TV. There's this door. Can't get in there. There's really nice computers. There's no, can't do shit with them. Can't touch those. Well, I will see. I'm not sure if I'm winning yet. I have to go to that area, which is, I don't know where the hell I'm supposed to go. There's whatever this fragment is. I have no idea. It's totally like it's lost to me. It seems familiar, but I don't know from what, because it's been a couple days, and so that whatever the fragment is supposed to be is completely gone from my mind. Grand piano? No. Fucking nothing. I'm about to just look it up because I don't want to go through every room. You know what? I will. I just... No reason not to, right? It's just... If I was, you know, playing this concurrently, you know, I'd probably remember. Let's see. Fragment... Danganronpa investigation. Fragments. Blah blah. Is it? Okay, it's the Monokuma. All right. Oh yeah, the Monokuma with the bomb they just dismantled. No shit, of course that's what it is. Just because the bomb exploded. What am I, stupid? I should have just been able to figure that one out. Clearly, I am a little frazzled. Oh, it was really funny. My sister found a mouse in the house yesterday. Yesterday evening, really. So that was a bit of a fun time. It's about the time that they come in here, you know, because it's winter, they're all cold. But we're pretty sure we put a trap out, probably poisoned them. Because it was just the one. We don't really get many, many pests here, which is super nice. I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know,
I just found something. Yeah, oh, the big stupid comical bomb with the motion sensor. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden were from the bomb. Okay, I've checked everything I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. Ugh, I have to walk all the way back up there. But yeah, I should have gotten more sleep last night. The whole New Year's thing, staying up till 3 a.m. A lot of fun. But man, I'm just... Oh, how are you? It's boo. And that's really all I have to say about that. It's about the state I'm in. Delicious, delicious ice. Hey, Byakuya. Motherfucker, let me in Kyoko's room. You psychopath. Is this the way? No, that's not the way. That's the wrong. Oh yeah, it's this open door. It looks so nice. Like it's going out into something, even though it's not. Hey, asshole. Come with me. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. I like how none of them are doing any investigation and just sitting around like assholes. And Byakuya's like, ooh, you might have done it. Well, then you should fucking do anything. Well, here we go. And it's open. Looks like it, thanks. So, this is Kyoko's room. Nothing in her drawers. No, there's literally nothing except this little diary. There's something on the table. Or not a diary. It's a weird woodblock decoration that looks like a punch card. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Yeah. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
Certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yeah, the big wooden lock things at the dojo. Nothing in the bathroom. Fine. What? Hanging out to dry? Fine, I'll look around a little bit more. Their bed. Don't see anything interesting here. There's nothing, Byakuya. I'm going to talk to you. You need a little conversation, jerk. What is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. A clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you do plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh yeah, I know. Kyoko gave me something.
It's true.
Only open it if something ever happens to me. I'm sure I have it here somewhere. Found it. What's in that envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, that I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened. So open it. Okay. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? something be hidden under the bed sheets. Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets... What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 Student Registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. Blah blah, the key and blank. This must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said that death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood, and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she'd received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Weird. Fucking insane person. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's nonfiction and ooh, good back crack there. And the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. And that's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then, I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers, but they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it.
Whoa, I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player and a bit player is becoming our hero. But it's you. What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh, you found her profile. So what if we did?
Hey.
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication and to organization and to order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair this all is. Now, can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hallway, back when there were... the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying...
In other words,
That's right, there weren't actually 15 of you.
yes indeed.
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16? Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
I don't know why watch out for her is so funny to me. Watch out for her. Like, okay. The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of this school life? So the one making all the regulations is... Why? Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we've got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes indeed.
Makes sense.
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at this sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get. All right, so she doesn't wear them to cover a Fenrir tattoo. Yoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand, the tattoo. Wait, but no. Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? And that's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars. Which means those fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must really have hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
Right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to this case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case? Yeah, she's the one that's dead, moron. Perhaps she's the one that killed Kyoko. That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? Well, that's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold to say the least. It makes more sense then to assume Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well, then I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected. Well, are you coming? All right. It's locker 6. These are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like those super traditional public bathhouses. Blah, 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 blah.
See.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found on that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. So pushy. Oh, I'm so yawny. Blah. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There are arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. It's a wadded up ball of duct tape. I wonder what this was used for. Is that a blood stain?
See.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape. Oh boy. I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? You mean the mercenary group that Makuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. Are you talking about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that the general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
All right, let's do it. Excuse the yawning. That's partially why I wanted to do this investigation part today, because I'm a little tired. File on Fenrir. Here we go. And quickly returned with a file in hand. Tell me about it. Tell me the file. Power file. God damn it. Take a look at this. Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way through to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French, but I mean, you can't even recognize it, dude. I'm on Byakuya's side here. You can't even recognize le, or like je, or like all the LES's at the end of words. Like, come on, man. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you, but I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Based? Based? Sounds pretty based. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. Oh, I cannot stop yawning. What the heck? So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. But now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting? Blah, 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 blah. They take the tattoo. Blah, blah. No shit. Could that mean Mikuru Ikusaba has one on her hand? I can't believe it. Oh my god. This wasn't a very long investigation. There's not too many things that happen.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
All right,
So,
buddy.
Please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Alright, well, I think we'll just cut it off here for today. I'm interested to see what the hell we're doing with Kyoko. Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? What? Are you jealous? Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. I stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What is going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet? Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or what? Jesus! Did I scare ya?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
Hey,
Yeah. Fucking finally. I'm here, and no rules been broken. Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
Is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish. So spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of ya. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God, I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we've got to deal with a ghost! Whoa! I told you to stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Alright, bye, idiot.
But
I'll be happy when this trial's all over. I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Okay. I'm gonna save now in case it bumps us right into the thing, because this is gonna be a shorter stream. I'm just gonna cut it off in a couple minutes after I talk to Kyoko, because I am tired. But I've convinced myself I'm gonna do a bonus stream tomorrow. So it'll make up for whatever it is. For not doing it on Monday and for doing a little short today, because I'm tired from New Year's. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you, where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement. Because of that, I had no idea a body had been discovered. Well, then, when did you find out?
So,
Just now. I finished my search and came back down, just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
however,
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to? Actually, to be precise, not quite.
in other words,
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation,
It would seem
because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Well, seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. And just overthinking what she said, right? Okay, good. We can save here. This is a speedy little thing, but I definitely do not have the energy to do the entire fucking class trial right now. That'll probably be a couple hours. So, I'm gonna put it to rest for today. Thanks for stopping by, everybody. It was nice to do a stream. But man, my head hurts and I'm tired. So, I'll be very excited to see you all tomorrow. Thanks for your time. And, see you at 1, I guess. Good night, folks. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye.